Good morning. Today is Monday, January 18th. For lunch today, there's beef hot dog on a bun with tater tots, or turkey BLT wrap, or pepperoni or cheese pizza. And just a reminder, today we're starting up the last week of the first semester. The finish line's just ahead. Let's do this. And today is an A day in all the grades in the building. And for grades 6 through 8, here's your new recess rotations this week. And today, nobody in the building has a birthday, so find your own reason to celebrate.
Good morning. Today is Martin Luther King Day. Martin Luther King Jr. was a great man. He inspired millions. He gave voice to people who didn't have one. He went ahead and was a leading figure in the civil rights movement to be able to help people have rights who didn't have them before. But there's a side of Martin Luther King that doesn't always get played out, the fact that he was a man. Check out this video.
The highest honor I've ever had in my life is putting a key in the door where Martin Luther King Jr. put a key, because that is a symbol of unlocking the world for humanity. And I always say, welcome to where the kings lived, loved, and sacrificed to make the world a better place for everybody. Martin Luther King pretty much said you had to do two things in order to be free. You have to forgive everybody for everything they've ever done to you, and number two, you have to lose your fear of death. Not how long you live, but how well you live. And so he lost his fear of death in his kitchen around midnight on January 27, 1956, where Dr. King received his epiphany after he received a threatening phone call. We're tired of you and your mess now, and they're talking about the Montgomery bus boycott. And if you're not out of this town in 3 days, we're gonna blow your house up and blow your brains out. And he went in that kitchen and he said himself, with fears creeping up on his soul, he went in that kitchen to try to figure out how to get out of Montgomery without appearing to be a coward. And something happened when he started to pray out loud. And then he heard that voice, that inner voice, call him by name. Martin Luther, stand up for truth, stand up for justice, and stand up for righteousness. Martin Luther King Jr. could have hidden in the crowd with everybody else, but because he was such a man of character, he couldn't say no. He couldn't say, he had a choice. He had a choice. Martin Luther King, as I mentioned, had a privileged life. He didn't have to do what he did, but he said in his own words, I'm trying to do what is right. I'm losing my courage, but I'm trying to do what is right.
Sometimes it's easy to take a look at great men and women and be able to say, wow, because they were so wonderful, they were able to do all these things. The thing I love about this video is it points out that Martin Luther King was scared, that he was worried, that he was a person just like the rest of us. What made him great was that he was able to overcome those worries, that he was able to overcome those fears, to be able to help others and be more than himself, to actually stand up for truth, stand up for righteousness, to be able to do what he knew was right. One of my favorite quotes from Martin Luther King is that the right time to do the right thing is right now. Today's challenge then is to be like Martin Luther King in some way. Is there something that you know is the right thing to do, but you're afraid to do it? Find a way to dig deep and be able to overcome that and be able to work on that today in Martin Luther King's honor. Is there someone that you can stand up for, that you can go ahead and help them have an easier time? Do that and be more like Martin Luther King. Simply put, the thing is, greatness is in all of us, but it takes someone like Martin Luther King to show us that it was there. All right, you have a great one.